Blueberries. Just hearing the word makes us think of health. For many people, especially seniors over 60, they've become the symbol of superfoods. Small, dark, sweet, yet packed with antioxidants that protect the heart, shield the brain, and fight off aging itself. For years, scientists have celebrated blueberries as one of nature's most powerful medicines disguised as a fruit. And if you're someone who cares about staying healthy as you get older, you've probably been told to eat blueberries every single day. But here's where the story takes a surprising turn. What if I told you that this superfood, this tiny fruit that doctors and nutritionists praise, can actually turn harmful if it's combined with certain foods? What if the very blueberries you eat to protect your body are losing their power, and in some cases, creating the opposite effect inside your blood vessels, inside your gut, even inside your brain? It sounds shocking, doesn't it? After all, blueberries are supposed to be the good guys, and they are. But here's the truth we often forget. Food is not just about what we eat, it's also about how we combine it. The chemistry of food doesn't stop when it touches your tongue. Inside your body, foods interact like puzzle pieces. Some fit together perfectly, unlocking healing and strength. Others clash, canceling each other out, or worse, creating toxic byproducts that stress your organs and age your cells faster. And that's what we're going to uncover today. 3 common food combinations that can make blueberries lose their benefits, or even turn toxic. These are not rare or unusual pairings. In fact, you might already be eating blueberries with these foods, thinking you're doing something healthy. But in reality, you could be stripping away the very nutrients your body needs, or placing extra stress on your circulation, your memory, and your energy. This is not about fear, it's about knowledge. Because once you understand how your body works, you can make small, simple changes that allow blueberries to do exactly what nature designed them to do: protect you, heal you, and keep you younger for longer. So, stay with me, because by the end of this conversation, you will not only know which 3 foods to avoid combining with blueberries, you will also discover how to enjoy them in the smartest way possible, so every bite works for your health, not against it. Let's start with the first food combination, one that almost everyone thinks is healthy: blueberries with flavored yogurt. Think about it. You walk into the grocery store, you see those little cups with pictures of blueberries on the label. It feels like a smart choice, right? Yogurt for probiotics, blueberries for antioxidants, the perfect snack, or so it seems. But here's what most people don't realize. Flavored yogurt, the kind that's sweet and creamy, often contains as much sugar as a can of soda. And when you mix blueberries with all that added sugar, something surprising happens inside your body. The natural compounds in blueberries, called anthocyanins, are powerful antioxidants. They help your blood vessels relax, lower inflammation, and improve blood flow to your brain and your heart. But when your blood sugar spikes, something that happens immediately after eating sweetened yogurt, those benefits are blocked. High sugar causes oxidative stress. Instead of neutralizing free radicals, your body produces more of them. The sugar competes with the blueberries' antioxidants, reducing their effectiveness. So while your tongue is enjoying the sweet and fruity taste, your cells are silently struggling under the weight of inflammation and sugar overload. And for seniors over 60, this can be especially harmful. The older we get, the more sensitive our bodies become to blood sugar swings. Even if you're not diabetic, sharp rises and falls in blood sugar can sap your energy, damage your circulation, and increase your risk for memory problems. In fact, research has shown that high sugar diets accelerate brain aging, while blueberries are supposed to protect your brain. When you combine the two, it's like stepping on the gas and the brake at the same time. The car goes nowhere. Now, does this mean you should never enjoy blueberries with yogurt? Not at all. In fact, blueberries with plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt can be a powerhouse for your health. The protein in Greek yogurt balances blood sugar, and the probiotics help your gut absorb more of the blueberry nutrients. But the moment sugar enters the mix, the healing power of blueberries is cancelled out. And for some people, the combination can even push them into toxic territory, fueling inflammation, stressing the pancreas and straining blood vessels. So the first toxic pairing is this: blueberries with sweetened yogurt. A snack that looks healthy, but inside your body, it's silently sabotaging the benefits you think you're getting. The second food combination might surprise you even more. It's blueberries with processed breakfast cereals. Picture this. You pour a bowl of crunchy flakes, you toss in a handful of blueberries on top, you splash some milk, and you feel proud of yourself. You think, this is a healthy breakfast. I'm starting my day right. But here's the truth. If those flakes come from a brightly colored box, loaded with refined grains, preservatives, and added sugar, the blueberries never stand a chance. Why? Because processed cereals create a rapid sugar spike, just like candy. They're stripped of fiber, so when you eat them, your body turns them into glucose almost instantly. That sudden sugar rush causes insulin to surge, and when insulin spikes, it changes how your body uses antioxidants. Instead of being absorbed and sent to your blood vessels, to your heart, and to your brain, the anthocyanins from blueberries are blocked. They're essentially wasted, but it doesn't stop there. Processed cereals also often contain additives, artificial colors, stabilizers, preservatives that increase oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress like a fire burning inside your cells. Blueberries are supposed to be the firefighters, rushing in to put out the flames. But when you dump processed cereal into the same bowl, it's like pouring gasoline on the fire while sending in the firefighters at the same time. The fire doesn't go out, it grows. For seniors over 60, this is especially concerning. Your arteries may already be less flexible than they once were. Circulation might not be as strong. And when oxidative stress goes up, blood vessels stiffen, blood pressure rises, and the brain doesn't get the same steady blood flow it needs for memory and focus. What could have been a healing breakfast turns into a burden for your heart and your brain. Now let me make something clear. If you love blueberries at breakfast, there is absolutely a better way. Pair them with steel-cut oats or plain old-fashioned rolled oats. Oats have soluble fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and actually enhances the effects of blueberries. Together, they improve gut health, stabilize blood sugar, and strengthen your blood vessels. But blueberries with processed, sugary cereals. That's the second toxic combination. A pairing that robs blueberries of their superpower and quietly works against your health. The third toxic combination is blueberries with artificial sweeteners. At first, this sounds harmless, even smart. You might think, I'm cutting sugar. I'll sprinkle some blueberries over my low-calorie yogurt sweetened with aspartame or sucralose. That way, I get the sweetness without the calories. But the science tells us something very different, and it's unsettling. Artificial sweeteners don't just trick your taste buds, they trick your gut. Inside your digestive system lives an entire universe of bacteria, your microbiome. These bacteria are like little factories, creating compounds that influence everything from your immune system to your blood sugar to your mood. When you eat blueberries, their natural fibers and polyphenols feed the healthy bacteria, strengthening your gut lining, lowering inflammation, and improving circulation. But when you combine them with artificial sweeteners, those chemicals disrupt your microbiome. They shift the balance away from healthy bacteria and allow harmful strains to grow. What happens then? Instead of absorbing the antioxidants from blueberries and sending them into your bloodstream, your gut becomes less efficient. The healing compounds get blocked. Some are even destroyed before they can reach your blood vessels. Studies show that artificial sweeteners can reduce insulin sensitivity, increase cravings, and create low-grade inflammation in the body. That's the exact opposite of what blueberries are supposed to do. For seniors over 60, this is especially dangerous. Inflammation is one of the root causes of heart disease, memory decline, and circulation problems. You might think you're protecting yourself by cutting sugar with artificial sweeteners, but in reality, you're quietly undoing the very benefits that blueberries bring. Instead of guarding your arteries, blueberries in this combo lose their shield. Instead of protecting your memory, the antioxidants never reach your brain. Now imagine what happens when you eat blueberries with a sugary soda. Instead of that broom sweeping your gut clean, the sugar creates a sticky coating that feeds the wrong kind of bacteria. Instead of the polyphenols strengthening your arteries, the sugar raises your blood pressure and stiffens your blood vessels. It's like inviting bodyguards into your home, but then locking the door so they can't get in. Or take processed breakfast cereal. A bowl of cereal with blueberries looks wholesome, even Instagram-worthy. But the refined grains turn into glucose within minutes of hitting your stomach. That surge of glucose overwhelms your system, triggering insulin spikes, which in turn cancel out the stabilizing effect blueberries normally provide. The fiber in blueberries wants to slow digestion, but the processed grains race ahead, pulling your blood sugar with them. It's a tug of war that the cereal always wins. And then there are artificial sweeteners. They may not have calories, but they carry something even more disruptive, the ability to confuse your microbiome. Your gut bacteria are like an orchestra, playing in harmony. Blueberries are the conductor that keeps the music beautiful. But artificial sweeteners? They're like a bad musician who throws the entire orchestra off key. The song collapses into noise. But here's where the story turns hopeful. Because just as the wrong combinations can rob blueberries of their power, the right combinations can double it, even triple it. Pair blueberries with walnuts, and you get omega-3s that amplify blood flow. Mix them with plain oatmeal. Not the flavored kind, but real oats. And the fibers work together to sweep cholesterol from your blood. Combine blueberries with dark leafy greens in a smoothie, and the nitrates from the greens join forces with the anthocyanins in blueberries to open your arteries wide, sending oxygen to your legs, your brain, your heart. This is why I always tell my patients, food is medicine, but only if you eat it in its true form and in harmony with other real foods. Think about this. After 60, your body is no longer just running on youth. It is running on wisdom, on experience, and on the choices you make every single day. Every meal you eat is like a message you're sending to your cells. You're either telling them, protect me, repair me, keep me strong, or you're whispering, it's okay to slow down, it's okay to weaken. And here's the truth. Your body listens to that message more closely now than it ever has before. Blueberries, in their natural, pure form, are like a powerful medicine that nature designed long before modern science even understood why they work. The indigenous peoples of North America ate them to survive harsh winters. Early healers used them for stamina, memory, and even healing wounds. Today, science has caught up, proving that the anthocyanins in blueberries strengthen blood vessels, that the antioxidants protect the brain, that the fiber protects the heart and metabolism. But the tragedy is this. Too many seniors are unknowingly canceling out that protection because of food pairings they never realized were harmful. Imagine believing you are doing something healthy, adding blueberries to your morning cereal, mixing them into flavored yogurt, drinking them with a zero-sugar beverage, only to discover that these very choices are quietly undoing everything. It's not your fault. The food industry doesn't tell you the truth. They show you glossy images, smiling faces, happy breakfasts, but they don't tell you what happens inside your arteries, inside your brain, inside your gut, when sugar, artificial chemicals, and processed grains collide with blueberries. Here's the hope, though. Once you know the truth, you can take back control. The same blueberries that can be weakened by the wrong foods can also be magnified by the right ones. A handful of blueberries with plain Greek yogurt feeds your gut in ways that stabilize blood sugar. Blueberries with raw almonds provide protein and healthy fat, slowing digestion and nourishing your heart. Blueberries with dark chocolate, yes, real cacao-rich dark chocolate, combine their polyphenols into a force that protects blood vessels and boosts circulation to your legs and brain. Every time you make a choice like this, you're not just eating, you're building a shield. You're investing in stronger circulation, sharper memory, steadier energy. You're protecting your independence, your ability to walk freely, to remember faces, to wake up each morning feeling alive. And that is what every senior deserves. So here is my message to you. Do not let convenience or marketing steal away the power of your food. Don't let toxic pairings quietly drain the strength your body is fighting to preserve. Choose combinations that heal, that restore, that empower you. Blueberries are a gift, But like every gift, you must use them wisely. Because at the end of the day, it's not about one meal or one food or even one bad habit. It's about the story you're writing with your plate. And you have the power to write a story of vitality, of clarity, of strength, starting today with the foods you choose to put into your body. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to pause and imagine something for a moment. Imagine a life where every step you take feels lighter, where your legs carry you with strength, where your mind is clear and your heart beats steadily. Imagine waking up each morning knowing that your choices, simple choices, are protecting your body, your independence, and your joy. Blueberries are not just a fruit. They are a promise from nature that your cells can heal, your arteries can stay flexible, your memory can remain sharp, and your energy can be renewed. But like every gift, that promise is fragile. It can be enhanced, or it can be undone, depending on how you treat it, depending on the company you keep it with on your plate. So remember the 3 foods we discussed today: sugary drinks, processed cereals, and artificial sweeteners. Avoid these toxic combinations. Protect the power of blueberries. Pair them with natural, whole foods that amplify their healing magic. Nuts, oats, plain yogurt, leafy greens, even a little dark chocolate. Let every bite be a choice that whispers to your body, I am here, I am strong, I am taking care of you. This is more than nutrition. This is empowerment. This is independence. This is longevity. And it is within your reach right now. Because the smallest change, just changing what you pair with your blueberries, can ripple through your entire life. It can restore vitality, improve circulation, protect your brain, and give you the strength to enjoy each day fully. So tonight, as you prepare your meal, think about the story you are writing with your plate. Will it be one of energy, protection, and healing? Or will it be one of hidden harm and missed potential? The choice is yours. Nature has already given you the tools. All that remains is to use them wisely. Let blueberries be your ally. Let your choices empower your health. And let every meal remind you that you have the power to change your future, starting today. Because your body is listening, and it will reward you when you give it the right nourishment. Not just with longer life, but with better life. But here's the good news. You don't need artificial sweeteners at all. Blueberries are nature's candy, naturally sweet, naturally healing. Pair them with unsweetened Greek yogurt, and you have a powerful snack that builds muscle, supports your gut, and lowers blood pressure. No chemicals, no hidden dangers, just food in its purest, most powerful form. So now you know. Blueberries with sugary soda, blueberries with processed breakfast cereal, and blueberries with artificial sweeteners. 3 combinations that can quietly strip away one of nature's most healing foods. Blueberries are nature's gift, tiny fruits packed with extraordinary power. For decades, scientists have marveled at how something so small can hold so much healing potential. They are rich in anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue color, and these anthocyanins act like shields for your cells, protecting them from damage. For seniors, this is especially important. Your blood vessels, your heart, even your brain, all depend on foods that fight inflammation and keep circulation strong. Blueberries do exactly that. They help keep memory sharp, joints flexible, and blood sugar stable. No wonder they are called a superfood. But here, as the surprising truth most people don't know, even the healthiest superfood can be weakened or even turned harmful when it is combined with the wrong partner. Yes, blueberries are powerful, but put them next to certain foods, and suddenly their healing abilities disappear. For seniors, who often rely on blueberries to protect the heart, the brain, and circulation, this can be devastating. Let's begin with the first hidden danger: blueberries with sugary soda. This combination might sound unusual, but think about fruit smoothies, bubble teas, or desserts, where blueberries are mixed with cola or sweetened syrups. When you add refined sugar and carbonation to blueberries, something very harmful takes place. The sugar causes a rapid spike in blood glucose, Your insulin surges. Your blood becomes sticky with glucose molecules that attach to proteins, forming something scientists call AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These AGEs damage blood vessels and accelerate aging from the inside out. The very antioxidants in blueberries that were meant to protect your arteries now become overwhelmed, unable to keep up with the sugar assault. It's like sending a small army of soldiers to defend a village against a massive invasion. Eventually, they get overrun. For seniors, this is dangerous. High sugar damages the delicate lining of blood vessels in the legs, leading to poor circulation, cramps, and risk of ulcers. It speeds up memory decline by injuring blood flow to the brain. And it weakens the heart muscle, setting the stage for heart failure. So while you thought blueberries in a sugary drink were doing your body good, the reality is that the sugar cancels out the healing and leaves you worse off. Now let's talk about the second combination, blueberries with processed breakfast cereal. This one is tricky because it feels healthy. You picture a bowl of cereal, you add some blueberries on top, and you think you've made a smart choice. But many cereals marketed as whole grain or fortified are actually loaded with hidden sugars, refined starches, and chemical preservatives. When you pour blueberries onto them, those antioxidants meet a wall of processed carbs. Your body digests these carbs quickly, spiking blood sugar. Once again, the delicate anthocyanins in blueberries are destroyed by the rapid changes in your bloodstream. They never get the chance to reach your cells, your arteries, or your brain. For seniors, this matters. Breakfast sets the tone for your entire day. If you begin with sugar spikes, you'll face energy crashes, brain fog, and cravings. You'll find yourself reaching for more snacks, and your circulation suffers because your blood vessels are under constant stress. It is like starting a marathon with weights tied to your ankles. You are already at a disadvantage. But replace that cereal with steel-cut oats or Greek yogurt, and suddenly the blueberries have a safe partner. The antioxidants survive, they're absorbed into your bloodstream, and they begin protecting your blood vessels the way nature intended. And now, the third and final toxic combination, blueberries with artificial sweeteners. This one feels modern and clever. You might say, I'm avoiding sugar, I'm being smart. But here's what the science reveals. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose don't just sweeten your food, they disrupt your gut microbiome. Inside your intestines live trillions of bacteria, a world more vast than any galaxy. These bacteria digest fibers, control inflammation, and even influence how you absorb antioxidants. Blueberries normally act like fuel for the good bacteria, strengthening your gut wall and reducing inflammation. But artificial sweeteners shift the balance. They kill off the good bacteria and allow harmful strains to multiply. Suddenly, instead of absorbing anthocyanins, your gut loses the ability to transport them. The healing compounds get stuck or destroyed. This means that for seniors, instead of blueberries lowering blood pressure, protecting memory, and reducing risk of diabetes, the benefits vanish. Worse, artificial sweeteners create inflammation that damages circulation even more. So the very combination you thought was protecting you, blueberries with sugar-free yogurt, sugar-free pudding, or sugar-free cereal, can actually steal away one of the best weapons you have for healthy aging. But here's the hope. These mistakes are easy to avoid once you know the truth. If you simply eat blueberries with whole, natural foods, like oats, nuts, yogurt, or even just by themselves, you unlock their full healing power. The anthocyanins flow through your bloodstream, calming inflammation, repairing your arteries, and even crossing into your brain to protect memory. Every handful of blueberries becomes a medicine stronger than many pills. So, what does this mean for you? It means that your daily choices matter. Something as small as deciding what to pair with blueberries can shape your circulation, your memory, your energy, and even how long you live. For seniors over 60, this is more than nutrition. It's about independence, vitality, and dignity. Blueberries are nature's tiny miracle, but only if you respect their power. Don't drown them in sugar. Don't bury them in processed cereal. Don't sabotage them with chemicals. Instead, let them shine in their purest form. Because when you choose wisely, you're not just eating a fruit, You're choosing to protect your heart, your legs, your brain, your future. And that's the message I want you to carry with you. Your health is not defined by one big decision. It's built by small daily choices. Choosing how you eat blueberries might seem small, but over weeks, months, and years, it can be the difference between a body that declines and a body that thrives. Between a life limited by disease and a life extended by vitality. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for blueberries, remember this. They are powerful healers. Don't weaken them, pair them wisely, and let nature do what it does best, help you live stronger, longer, and with more joy. Think about this for a moment. Every senior over 60 has lived through decades of food changes. Once upon a time, blueberries were something you picked fresh, in season, maybe from a local market or even from your backyard. They were simple, whole, untouched. But then the food industry began to take what was pure and package it, process it, and sell it back in ways that looked convenient but quietly damaged health. That's why these toxic combinations are not accidents. They are the result of modern food habits, engineered convenience, and clever marketing. When you buy breakfast cereal, the box shows pictures of fruits and sunshine. When you see diet yogurt, the label highlights 0 sugar in bold letters. When you open a soda can, the commercials promise energy, friendship, fun. But the truth is, hidden inside these modern products are traps that strip away the very nutrients your body craves to stay healthy and strong after 60. Let's revisit blueberries for a second. Do you know what makes them special? It's not just the sweetness. It's not even just the antioxidants you hear about. It's something called polyphenols, tiny compounds that interact with your body on a cellular level. Polyphenols switch on genes that repair damage. They relax blood vessels, improve circulation, protect memory cells in the brain, and even slow the growth of harmful cells. They're like microscopic bodyguards. And the fiber inside blueberries, soluble and insoluble, works like a broom inside your gut, sweeping away cholesterol and feeding the healthy bacteria that regulate your metabolism.